Super Mario is probably more widely known than any verse in the Bible. He's had carts and parties, and in 1993, Mario had a movie. But if you give it some thought, it seems like a pretty bad idea. I mean, think about what you have to do in Super Mario Bros. Mario needs to get to the princess. The princess is in the castle, and the castle is on the right side of the screen. So if you break it down, Mario just needs to go right. Base a movie off that. Mario's probably the least complex of the Nintendo franchises. Most others readily translate to a film genre. Legend of Zelda's an epic fantasy quest. Metroid's a sci-fi thriller. I don't really know what the genre for Ice Climbers would be. And with each game evolution, the genre has become more apparent. But what's Mario been doing? Getting weirder and weirder and weirder. It isn't a franchise that readily allows itself to be adapted, unlike something like Mortal Kombat, which if you haven't seen that trailer, please check down in the links below. But while it was a bad idea, Nintendo had quite a bit of source material put up there for a movie. Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, 3, World, Lands, and even the Super Show. So they could easily mine ideas from anywhere in those, "Oh God, what have you done?" I just can't help but feel like this was once an original script that happened to get spray tanned with Mario. The story revolves around how dinosaurs aren't actually extinct. In fact, the meteorite that killed them all didn't really kill them, it sent them into an alternate dimension. And King Koopa wants to unite the worlds and find the missing piece of the meteor, and in turn take over the human world. Now I actually really hate doing this, but I have to be a logic dick by simply asking the questions of how and why. How do the dinosaurs know that the piece of the meteor will join the two worlds? And how do they even know that there are two worlds? And since they can actually travel to the other world, why bother trying to join them? King Koopa spent 20 years sending minions through to find Daisy, who has the stone. Why not slowly assimilate your society with the humans? You could at least send other dinosaurs to get more supplies. Considering when we see a map of Dino City, it's just the city and then desert everywhere. You have to be low on resources. And is that why King Koopa wants to unite the worlds? Because if so, it seems like there might be some good intentions behind that. But these are real world questions and I'm trying to apply them to a kid's movie. Or it should be a kid's movie, but the Super Mario Bros. Movie actually doesn't know what the hell it's doing. You've got wacky antics performed by a skeptical and constantly depressed Bob Hoskins, all in a world that looks lifted from Howard the Duck. This is bad for two reasons. One, Howard the Duck is a terrible movie, and two, Howard the Duck was made in the 80s. Why does your production design look like every 80s dystopia I've seen? And costume design is terrible. Mario looks like Wario, and they just had to give Luigi a rainbow belt and Mardi Gras beads. Honestly, the only solid visual in the whole film was Dennis Hopper's hair. To just give you a barometer of how good 1993 could look, Jurassic Park came out, technically crushing this. Aside from Yoshi, everything in this looks crappy, and it's a little unsettling how the way the Mario Brothers enter Dino City, they jumped into a wall which had a ripply effect. Super Mario 64, anyone? Could Nintendo have actually been inspired by that? That's just weird. As a fan of the Mario series, I couldn't help but be disappointed with everything. I have to say though, my sentiments are kind of expected. With any sort of adaptation, be it Batman, Uncharted, Battleship, we're expecting fan service. And when we don't get it, we are pissed. However, this all may change soon since games are becoming more and more like films. And there's definitely a lot more cross-pollination and transmedia action, with folks like Del Toro and Spielberg starting to design games. But even with all of this, I continue to feel that while a video is nice, it's all about the game. Dead Island's trailer is phenomenal, but if the gameplay mechanics don't work, it's a bad game. Our favorite franchises don't just let us watch somebody defeat Bowser, we defeat Bowser. And while Heavy Rain may have been an interactive movie, if it becomes an actual film, it won't be as engaging because we aren't the ones controlling our character's fate. Video games can transport us beyond films as a medium because after a long day's work, we can come home and become a Jedi, Batman, a rock star, or a Lego version of any of those. So that movie, where if you were able to approach this film and not know its video game tie-in, perhaps you might be able to enjoy this film more. But being a Nintendo fanboy, I just can't let it slide. I give Super Mario Bros. The movie 1 mushroom. Not a super mushroom. Just a mushroom. So those are my thoughts on Super Mario Bros. The movie. Leave your thoughts in comments below, or feel free to click out any previous reviews. And here's a question for you. Which of the Mario games is your favorite? And for a bonus point, guess which is my favorite Mario game? And it will be something like Mario Kart. It'll be an actual platformer. So comment and clicky. As for me, I'm gonna play some DS.
Thank you.